Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jess and I'm so excited to have you here today. So I really wanted to make this video because as I was thinking about starting my channel in 2023, I was wondering, is it still worth it to make a YouTube channel in 2023? Can you still make money off of a YouTube channel if you are starting now in 2023? Is there still opportunity for new people to grow, take up space, and find a community on YouTube? And as I was researching this, I found a lot of videos from people that already had 100,000 subscribers. Maybe they started their channel 2 or 3 years ago. So they're saying, of course, yes, there is still opportunity to grow on YouTube in 2023, but I really wanted to make this video from the perspective of somebody who did start a YouTube channel in 2023 and share that, yes, I do think it is worth it. I have grown my channel already. I already have almost 400 subscribers. So I've seen some success. I've seen some growth. I have some tips I can share as a new YouTuber and how I have gotten here so far. So I'm going to try and make this video as concise as possible, but I do have a lot of information that I really want to share, and I will be adding timestamps in the description box below. So if there's just a certain part that you want to hear about, you can go ahead and skip right to that section. So topics that I will cover in this video include zoning in on what your channel is and who it's targeting to make sure that it is ultimately a successful channel, the equipment and software I use as a beginner, hint, it's mostly free, my tips to actually grow your channel from zero, and then I'm going to finish up the video with some advice, some tough love, and something that really helped me as I was starting out. So let's dive into it. So again, to answer the beginning question of this video, is it even worth it? I think yes. I have built almost 400 subscribers. Maybe by the time this video is live, I will have 400 subscribers. If not, I'm really close, and that's really exciting to me. If I can do it and if I can get to that 400 subscriber mark, so can you, and that means that next is 500, next is 1,000 subscribers, and so on. And yes, I think it's worth it. If you have a passion for making content, making videos, then yes, it is going to be worth it for you. So as I started out with my YouTube channel, I thought about 3 things, which are why I wanted to make a YouTube channel, what type of content I wanted to make, and who I was making this content for. I personally didn't really feel the need to write all this down, but I think it's important to make sure that you stay connected to those 3 things as you're making your channel, because when things get hard, you're going to want to reconnect to your who, what, and why. So let's start out with your why. Starting and growing a YouTube channel is really hard. It can be like a full-time job, and when things get hard, you need to be really connected to your why. It doesn't matter what that why is. It could be, you want to share your passion of baking with the world. It could be you have a ton of knowledge about how to fix cars and you want to share that with people, you want to educate them. Or it could just be that you want to make this a career path and you want to make money from it, and that's okay too, but you just need to be really, really connected to that purpose and that reason why you're making these videos. For me, I got laid off in January, right at the beginning of the new year. As I thought about what I wanted next, I kind of realized I didn't really want to go back to a 9-to-5, and I thought about some things that I'm good at, some of the knowledge that I have, and ultimately felt that creating a YouTube channel was a great way for me to share my knowledge and kind of find a place here. And also I do want to turn it into, a source of income for me as well. I know it's going to be hard, but I'm really connected to that why. Okay, so you have your why. Now you need to think about what is your channel going to be about? I want to start out by saying that I don't think you need to have a super specific niche. My niche is very general. I'm posting all sorts of things from vlogs to YouTube creation type of videos like this to health and fitness. And I did it this way because I wanted to make videos about a lot of different things and help myself kind of figure out what I actually like making videos about and what types of videos I'm actually good at making. And after this February challenge, I plan to kind of narrow down my niche a little bit. So if you're really into, baking and you want to share your passion of baking with the world, that's great. Your channel can be about baking and different techniques or different recipes, doesn't matter, but as long as you are really clear on what your channel is about, I think you will be set. So now that you have your why and your what, you need to think about who. And I honestly hated when I would watch a YouTube video about people talking about this and then they would say, you need to write down your ideal, viewer, blah, blah, blah. I didn't like that because I don't like coming up with this imaginary version of a person. But what did help me was thinking about, a friend of mine or maybe a couple of friends of mine that I think would really like my types of videos and what do they want to see from me specifically, what type of information. If you have a friend that you're specifically thinking about, maybe you can even ask them. And I actually did that. One of my friends is an avid YouTube watcher, and I asked her, like, what type of content do you think that I should make? And I think that that really helped me visualize who I'm talking to when I'm talking to the camera. I also think that kind of coming up with your who can help the overall quality of your channel and your videos, because I really think you should be talking to a specific person. If you think about it from the other side, if you're watching a video, you're usually, you know, watching a video by yourself and you like feeling like the person on the video that you're watching is talking directly to you. That's how I feel, at least. And so I am still working on it, but I'm trying to be better about talking directly to a person, to you that's watching this video, rather than an ambiguous group of people. All right, so now you know why you want to make videos, you know what you want to make videos about, and you know who you're talking to as you're making these videos. So what I did from here is I literally made a huge brain dump and idea dump of different types of ideas, especially not having a super specific niche and not really knowing exactly where I wanted to zone in on. I just created a big list of different video content ideas. I also categorized them, which helped me think about where I had the most ideas. So for example, at the top was health and fitness ideas. I made a list of video ideas within the health and fitness category. So what I eat in a day, my top tips to burn fat, etc. And then did the same thing for each of the categories that I was interested in making videos about. If you already have a really specific niche, like baking, for example, I don't know why I keep using this baking example, but whatever. Maybe it's the best technique for throwing a pizza in the air, and then you also have the best banana bread recipe there ever was. And anyways, you just want to brain dump a bunch of ideas, make a list of, 50 to 100 different video ideas, and then find the best 10 video ideas and make those videos. All right, so now you have a really good idea of what your channel is, who you're talking to, why you're doing this, and you have a whole bunch of ideas. Now I just want you to start. I know so many people get stuck in analysis paralysis where they can't make a decision, they don't know which video idea is the best idea. Just start. All I can say about this is if you don't start today, in a year from now, you still haven't started, you're going to regret that decision. You're going to wish that you started a year ago, because think of how much you could have grown in that year. Aside from just subscribers, you could learn how to be a better video editor, how to record better, get better shots, all of that. And so I just want to say here, just start. All right, but in order to get started, you're gonna need some equipment. So I wanted to share this because I think a lot of those big YouTubers you see are using fancy equipment, and I wanted to share that I started with the most basic thing, my cell phone. The most basic thing that you need is just a phone with decent video quality, decent sound quality, and most people already have this. So if you have an iPhone, or I know a lot of the Android phones have really good video quality now too, so use your phone if you don't have anything else. I also do happen to already have a MacBook, so I'm able to edit my videos on iMovie, which is free with a MacBook. If you don't have a MacBook, you might have to get different video editing software, but literally for free, I started with my phone. I started with iMovie, which I already had downloaded on my computer, and for lighting, I'm recording this in the middle of the day. When it's bright outside, I'm getting a ton of natural light, and you don't need anything else to get started. You don't need to have a fancy camera, a fancy microphone, fancy lighting. Just use what you have and get started. That being said, I do have some equipment, and I will link them all below so that you can check them out if you're interested. Again, I started out with my iPhone, but today I am recording on a camera. Again, lucky for me, I did not go out and spend $1,000 on a camera. My husband already owned this camera because he personally really likes photography, so he suggested that I start recording these videos on his camera, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot, see how they turn out, see if they look any better than my iPhone videos. I also did go buy a microphone that was under $50. I wasn't about to spend, a couple $100s on a nice microphone because I'm unemployed, if you haven't heard. So I bought a microphone, and then I also already had a kind of like tripod ring light setup. So I bought this a while ago for my other business, Valor Bikini, but do you ever sit crisscross applesauce for a while and your foot goes numb? I'm gonna have to change my position. But yeah, so I already had a ring light, and I do use that. You'll notice like during my day in the life or full days of eating towards the end of the day, I don't have as good natural light, so I am using the ring light. Again, I will link the camera, microphone, and ring light that I use down below, but I do not think you need to have any of this in order to get started on your channel. And then again, for software, I am using iMovie, which is on my MacBook. I also did pay for Epidemic Sound for my royalty-free music. This is crucial if you're making vlogs. You need background music, and this is royalty-free music, so it's a really great option for that. It's pretty affordable. I want to say it was like 30 bucks or something. I'm going to fact check that when I'm editing this video. And the only other kind of piece of software that I'm using so far is Canva, and Canva does have a free version and it also has a paid version. I am using the paid version right now just because I wanted more features like having a transparent background on words that I pop up onto the screen, and that is with the paid version. And this is also what I use for my YouTube thumbnails. Again, it's not super expensive, and I think that it's worth it to have higher quality videos. All right, so you know what your channel is about, you know who you're talking to, you've got all the equipment, you're ready to get started. How do you actually get views on your videos and grow? And again, I now have almost 400 subscribers, hopefully really soon. I have some videos with a lot of views and some videos with not as many views, so I'm starting to learn the ins and outs of getting views and growing. So I'm sharing what I've learned and how to actually get started and grow on YouTube. So first, I think the most important thing is to focus on making high quality content. This is why I suggested the idea dump at the beginning of this video. Pick your best ideas and start with those. Think of video ideas that would make you want to watch a video and start there. It's going to be really important that you keep your audience interested. This is something that I'm still really working on. Things like voice inflections, putting on clickies, and changing the zoom on the camera. All of these things can kind of help keep your audience's attention. But most importantly, I think especially if you're doing vlog style videos, make sure that you're formatting your videos in like a storytelling format. Instead of just saying, then I did this, then I did that, next I did this, then I did that. Explain, first I woke up, I was really tired, it's really hard to wake up, therefore I needed to make a cup of coffee, and then show yourself making the coffee. And if you're sharing more like how-to videos, I think it's really important to be concise, get to the point of the video, share a ton of really, really valuable information, and do your best not to ramble. The best way that I've found to avoid rambling is to write down what I want to say in the video. I sometimes glance down at my script and try to edit that out, but I have a script and I'm trying to do my best to stay on topic. One suggestion that I heard that I thought was really interesting is once you're done editing your video, let it sit for 48 hours and then come back to your video and rewatch it before you post. As you're watching it, if there's ever a point where you get kind of bored or you get distracted or lose interest, cut that part out. That will kind of help your viewers stay interested as well. And then my last tip on the high quality content piece is to do a mix of kind of getting to know you style videos and how-tos. And again, this is going to depend on your niche, but as you grow, people are going to want to know who you are. I think that that will ultimately help build a connection, help you get more engagement on your videos. But at the same time, you're going to also need to make clickable content, searchable content, things that are helping people discover you in the first place. When you're just starting out, you most likely have people like your sister, your mom, your spouse or partner as the main people watching your videos. And yes, they're totally gonna hype you up, be in the comments, and be super into your random day in the life vlog. But you need to think about the random stranger on the internet. If you want to capture them and have them subscribe to your channel, what are you doing and saying that's captivating their attention? And of course, you can always do your best to incorporate the two together, you know, kind of day in the life with how to make banana bread. Can do some different intros to show more of your life and who you are, and then also show actually how to make banana bread, and then kind of wrap it up with a little bit more of who you are. So that's kind of my suggestion there on mixing up your content and providing different style of content for different people to engage your current audience and also reach new people. Next, you need to make sure the videos themselves are high quality. This goes back to the equipment that we were talking about and the software that we were talking about. You can use your phone to make videos, but you do need a high quality phone that can take good videos. I'm sorry, but if I click into a video and I can't see the person because the lighting is horrible, it's grainy, I'm going to lose interest in about 10 seconds. And the same goes for the sound quality. If I click into a video, I can't hear you at all, there's a ton of background noise, or there's just too much chaos going on in the background of the video, I'm going to lose interest really quickly. It doesn't matter if the content itself is really good. If I can't hear you, can't see you, I'm going to lose interest really fast. So I think that this is a short and sweet point, which is make high quality videos that are easy to understand, easy to see. And next is the thumbnails, titles, and descriptions of your videos. I think all three of these pieces are equally important as each other, are as equally as important as each other. What am I saying? These things matter because it is what is going to make somebody want to click into your video. I feel like I'm still really working on improving my thumbnails, improving my titles to be very exciting for people to click into. So first, let's talk about thumbnails. You want thumbnails that are easy to read, easy to understand, they're clear, they have good graphics, and good, easy to read text. I also think that it's important to make thumbnails that are leaving people in a little bit of a cliffhanger, you know, piquing their interest by the words that you have written on the thumbnail, as well as maybe like the face that you're making in the thumbnail. Same thing goes for titles and descriptions. I think for titles, it's also really important to captivate someone's attention, make them wonder what you could possibly say in this video that has to do with that title. I think that with titles and thumbnails, it's really about making people curious about what you're going to say and ultimately pique their curiosity, which will help them click into the video and get more views. And while yes, I do think that search is important, I think it's best to probably include most of your search terms in your description and tags. I think it's best to include titles that are really sparking curiosity in people, more so than including a ton of keywords in the titles, but do still include those keywords, put them in the description box, put them in the tags of your video. And lastly, I just wanted to lend a little bit of advice, my 2 cents for a new YouTuber out there, which is to be consistent, be patient, and practice making videos. Focus a lot on building a community of people that really care about you, your success, your growth, and who are really interested in what you have to say, whether that's about YouTube videos or about baking or about what you ate today and what your workout was. Just focus on building a community of people that really care about that. I also want to say, again, there is space for you on this platform. This was something that I really needed to hear. There are millions of creators out there. Okay, I don't know if there's millions, but there's a lot of creators out there, and it can feel intimidating and feel like there's not space for you on the platform. But don't give up. If I can get to 400 subscribers, so can you. Keep making videos because you never know what video is going to take off. And one thing is for sure, which is that if you quit, you're definitely not going to make it as a YouTuber. So don't quit. Keep putting out quality content. Take the time to learn from other YouTubers who are better than you, who have more experience than you. Take the time to improve your video editing skills, your video recording skills, and I promise that you will get there. So I think that wraps it up for YouTube, how to get started, and whether or not I think it's worth it for a new YouTuber in 2023. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up so I know to make more videos like this, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out the link above where I have linked my entire YouTube tips playlist.